Good evening. It is 10 p.m. here in Seoul. I'm Ari, the AI anchor with the headline news. President Yoon Suk-yeol, as part of his state visit to the Netherlands on Tuesday, visited the production facility of Dutch chip-making equipment giant, ASML. Their chip giants from both South Korea and the Netherlands agreed to jointly invest over $700 million to foster next-generation semiconductor technology and young specialists. Yoon was accompanied by the heads of Samsung and SK Hynix. The South Korean government plans to inject some $29 billion into the rechargeable battery industry over the space of 5 years from 2024. Finance Minister Chu Kyung-ho, in an emergency economic meeting on Wednesday, discussed ways to enhance industrial competitiveness in the rechargeable battery industry. The measures include tax incentives and loan support for overseas investment by domestic companies and boosting battery recycling. After the sharpest public rift between Israel and the U.S. amid indiscriminate bombing in Gaza, President Joe Biden is sending top White House officials to mitigate the situation. The U.S. National Security Advisor is said to travel within the week to discuss the timetable for the war, while Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's visit aims to reduce civilian losses. This comes following a UN General Assembly resolution calling for a ceasefire with 3/4 of its member states voting in favor. Starting Thursday, foreigners will be allowed to invest in the South Korean stock market without prior authorization. Currently, foreigners are obligated to register with the Financial Supervisory Service before investing in the local stock market. This registration process has been identified as an obstacle for foreigners entering the local stock market, as it is considered time-consuming and requires various documents for registration. Countries have struck a UN climate deal, calling for transition away from fossil fuels. At the COP28 climate summit in Dubai on Wednesday, representatives from almost 200 nations agreed to reduce global consumption of fossil fuels to avoid the worst climate catastrophe. The agreement, which comes after 2 weeks of hard-fought debates, is the first of its kind to have language on fossil fuels. A little more than a month is left until the Winter Youth Olympic Games, Gangwon 2024. The Youth Olympic Games is for teens aged between 15 and 18 years old. South Korea is the first country in Asia to host the Youth Winter Games, and the only one on the continent to host the Summer, Winter, and Youth Olympic Games. Around 19,000 athletes and staff from over 80 countries are set to take part in the event, which runs from January 18 until February 1st. That brings us to the end of tonight's AI Headline News. Thank you for watching. Good night.